I am struggling a little with the covers of these books, but this one is A Space in the Heart, and it is one of the books that I have recently read. This is written by Larry Carlat, and he is a father who lost his adopted son to suicide. And it was obviously not meant for me in essence because I did not lose a child to suicide. But as a suicide loss survivor, I still found so much in this book that really got to the heart of what it is like to mourn someone in this way. He addresses the anguish of mourning the loss of a child, though, particularly, and he talks honestly about also the skittishness and the squirreliness of other people when they are trying to do or say anything to soothe you when you're in this immense pain. And so I found his tone both reverent and irreverent at the same time. And he would probably be the first to admit that this book isn't for everybody, but I loved his pull no punches approach because he did say things like, someone who will soothe you or say something to soothe you with a phrase like, we have no words, will inevitably annoy the hell out of you. But it's not you, it's us. It's the people who are in mourning, who are struggling with pain. And so even though people are doing their best with the best of intentions, we're still going to struggle with it. So what he says is brutally honest, but also tenderly true. And he's got a very interesting way of formatting the book. In some instances, he actually creates conversations between himself and his son, whom he lost. And I love that idea because it's through that creative interpretation or processing of loss that he has found healing, but then he has turned that healing into a guidebook for others. He is a grief counselor, but he thought, having seen so many other parents dealing with what he calls a space in the heart, and that is a term coined by his lost son, talking about yearning for a family member. As he watched other people struggle with it, he thought, how can I use my experience to help them? And he's put it in this book. So it does offer hope. He says you will never conquer grief, but you will learn to live with grief. And in this book, he shares how he did it. And one of the biggest lessons is to be gentle with yourself. Now, I don't want to give the whole book away. His story is so tender and poignant and funny and daring at times. But I feel that even if you have not lost a child, but you've lost another loved one to suicide, it could be of help to you and offer you hope. If the tone isn't right for you, there are many other books, but I sort of commend him for daring to go there and saying the things that other people may not put in black and white. So, A Space in the Heart is that book, the latest one in this book club for suicide loss survivors. And let me know what you think. I'd be really curious to see what other people, how they react to this one. Thanks so much, guys.